Hand warmers are an essential item in the wintertime, not just a luxury. We use them all the time at 50 campfires when we're out in the field, whether you're sledding, ice fishing, skiing, doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if you have a nice pair of gloves, your hands are in and out all day and your little fingers get cold. We're gonna compare 3 different kinds of hand warmers today. We're gonna take a look at the Zippo, we're gonna take a look at a rechargeable hand warmer, and we're also gonna take a look at the disposable hand warmers that you all are surely familiar with, and we're gonna compare them in 4 categories to see how they stack up. First category, runtime. Pretty important one. How long does it keep your fingers warm? Up first, Zippo, 12 hours of runtime, and it runs hot for 12 hours. We use these guys all the time. Up next, the disposable. Get about 10 hours out of these guys, which is pretty solid. The heat does start to taper off towards the end, and it also takes a little while for it to kick in. Can be 20-ish minutes or so, but still 10 hours, not too shabby. And then the rechargeable, about 5 hours, quite a bit less on these here. Up next, ease of use. So with the Zippo, take the top off, add about 3/4 of an ounce of lighter fluid, get it going with the lighter. Once that's up and going, you are up and running. With the disposable, pretty easy. Rip open the package. With the rechargeable, you just turn it on, but you have to make sure you have it fully charged. And once it's done, because you need electricity to get this guy going again. Third category, and probably the most important one for a lot of people, is gonna be cost. How much does it cost me to use this thing? With the Zippo, at the cheapest store we were able to find, we were able to get the cost per use down to $0.25. 25 cents for 12 hours of rip-roaring heat. Pretty awesome. The cheapest we were able to find the disposables for, 50 cents, twice the cost of the Zippo hand warmer. And the rechargeable, basically nothing, because you're just charging it with the USB port on your computer. But once again, once that heat's done, you're done for the day. Last but not least, quality of heat. Zippo, very strong in this category. 12 hours of hot, consistent heat. If you've used them, you know what I'm talking about. The disposables, 10 hours of heat, and the only other thing that I have a problem with these is if they're over a year old, they're not good anymore. If they're with a tiny pinhole in the package, you're gonna get either no heat out of them or half heat. So there are issues there, but once they do get going, they're not too bad. The rechargeable, probably the worst in this category. The heat's similar to like if your phone starts to overheat, that's about the level of heat, so not that great. At 50 Campfires, we like to say that every single product is for somebody. That said, for us, it's hard to beat the Zippo here when it stacks up against everything else. It's the cheapest to use, it's reusable, you get 12 hours of heat, and it ends up being the one that we're gonna put in our pack more often than not.